get undercover, just under 100. Bells are ringing, people singing, rice is throwing, flower bringing. Ding-a-ling-a-ling, the honeymoon is when we going, and I take you to a place that you didn't even know exists. What's your wish? Dinner at the Eiffel Tower in Paris.
Shot us in the basement party, yeah. Turn into the greatest party, yeah. Never see my baby coming. Just once, and we went up, yeah. And my love a tripping.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. Some serious pride on the line in this contest as these two divisional rivals take the field together for the first time this season. Almost a playoff atmosphere surrounding the game between these two bitter opponents. It's the Cowboys going up against the Redskins. With that, we'll send you up to FedEx Field and join our broadcasting team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Redskins. They run with a rookie. Here's Elliott. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
Second down, Prescott. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And give him a gain of 37.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
First down carry by Elliott. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's the offense, and I don't know what more you can say at this point in his career about Jason Witten.
You just give him full respect. This is a guy who knows how to do everything on the football field. Not just catch the ball, but huge in the run game with his blocking at the line of scrimmage.
Prescott now on second down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And here is the Redskin defense.
Ryan Kerrigan's example of bringing the best of you from college to the NFL and remaking your game. Terrific guy causing fumbles at Purdue, has done the exact same thing in the NFL, then lost weight and became an absolute terror rushing the passer.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. On third down, it's Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. A first down throw for Cousins. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And got his man complete. First down coming there on the intermediate passing play. That's been a point of emphasis, they told us in practice, using those medium routes to keep the defense off balance.
And it wasn't just them telling us. We got to watch them practice it and work on it because they've been trying to fine-tune it and get it right before this game. And I think they have to be happy with the result.
Cousins now to throw on first down. This one complete to Jordan Reed. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. First down, here's Cousins. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. And a lot of the weight of this offense falls on the shoulders of the running back.
That's because the offense knows if they give him any openings, any opportunities, he can turn it into a big play at any time.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Here's Cousins. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down. And now the defense for Dallas.
When at his best, Orlando Scandrick is one of the top nickel cornerbacks in the NFL.
On 2nd down, Cousins again. His throw incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
A play fake to Jones. Now Cousins. And that will be incomplete as well.
All right, let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys, because the offensive guys always taught find the first down sticks and make the play. Well, on defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And it's 3-0 as the Redskins strike first. So the opening drive for them here on their home turf results in a field goal.
Now that's the way you want to get things started. Your stadium, your crowd, you've got the ball, put points on the board first, and let everyone start to celebrate.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time with just punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. Now Prescott. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. Throwing, Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Prescott now on 2nd down. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. Third and long for Prescott. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man. Complete. These guys told us, these guys being the coaches, they wanted to really stretch the field, get the ball down deep. They were able to do that here.
And you know when you stretch the field, you often leave guys in one-on-one situations, and that allows your better athletes to go up and get the football. I love the preparation that they put into this. They made it a priority, and they got what they expected.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And on the left side, he's got Witten. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
2nd down, 8. Prescott yet again. A dump off to Elliott. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So completion on 2nd down, that brings up 3rd. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So good for the Buckeyes last year, and he's taken that from the college game, showing some glimpses of it here in the NFL.
How about his last season with Ohio State? Over 1,800 yards, only one game where he didn't get over 100. And remember, he demanded the ball from then on out. I think they listened to him, and they were smart to do so.
And now they're giving it to him here on the next level. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. They control the clock, they control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now they go screen. It's complete. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Gotta credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And that's caught by Beasley. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even add a little extra at the end with a short run.
Here's Prescott. Steps away, and he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And the kicker commits the kicker's cardinal sin. He kicks it out of bounds. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And there, Matt Jones, the ball carrier. Last year, only 3.4 yards per carry. Did have some explosive plays, though, in the passing game.
And they think that they're going to get him in the running game from him now as well, because the volume of carries for him will increase.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Second down, Cousins. Right side caught by Jackson. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. So here we go, a third down after the second down pass completion. Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2. They'll come up on a 3rd and 4 here to start things out. Cousins from the gun on third. Try to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Watch that in. Watch that in. That is right. That is right. Here we go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
First down, Prescott. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Des Bryant, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down.
Here we go.
A second down throw for Prescott. And Bryant's got it over the middle. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And he was able to find a very soft spot in that zone coverage.
I love that term, Brandon. That soft spot where you find the open area, set up, and catch the football before the hard collision comes afterwards.
Here's the tight left, tight left, tight left. Here we go.
From the red zone now, Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now first and goal.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
The pigskin on the 7-yard line now. It's first and goal. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up second and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
From the 3-yard line again, they'll try and punch it in here on 3rd and goal. Prescott on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Terrence Williams, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
It's a short kick taken near the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now the red... Skins offense, they get set to go back to work here. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Cousins now on 2nd down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
When you put together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Cousins. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good. So they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. They go play action here on 1st down.
And that one was knocked away, and I think the defenders are going to be a little upset with themselves. They made the play on the football, but that one felt like a forced pass by the quarterback. Thought he had someone open. He really wasn't. Maybe an example of having too much confidence in his receiver that no matter what, I'm going to throw it to him. And that was a play made by the defense, and it could have been a bigger one.
To throw is Prescott. Bryant has it. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards there on the pickup. And that leads to a Dallas first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Here we go!
A second down throw for Prescott. And on the left side, he's got Witten. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
The man with over 1,000 catches, Jason Witten, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short.
Sometimes it looks pretty simple, batting the ball away. But oftentimes there's some pretty good teaching and practice that goes into it. Being able to get to the receiver, not interfere, and get his hands through the football and knock it away.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
Come on, let's go!
3rd and short yardage, Prescott. And this one complete to Witten over the middle. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. And time for us to take a break here in the booth. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They come out here in the I. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
For those vertically challenged quarterbacks, here's a time where they will tell you it's an advantage to be a little bit on the smaller side, able to duck in behind their offensive line and stick the ball across the imaginary yellow line for a first down.
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. Bryant, the lone receiver, left.
Here we go!
Prescott to throw this time. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
He was looking for Terrence Williams that time. And it's 3rd and 4. Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Man open left side. It's Williams. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off. Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
They'll come out in the pistol. Now Cousins. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown! Washington. Deshaun Jackson, 78 yards. And the Redskins get the quick strike touchdown.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did. They didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. And this will be a touchback, and as we saw in Week 1, the new rule, this one coming out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team, because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there, we've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Prescott on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. A second down throw for Prescott. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's fourth down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he'll punt it away for the second time. With it is Jackson. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Redskins will take possession with a 1st and 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust. A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown 1 interception.
And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On second down, Cousins again. He'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Tyrone Crawford in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Watch left. Start right there.
On third down, here's Jones. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Let's go.
Final play of the half. Prescott And it's incomplete. So what's that? Now? Oh, what the heck? Okay, well, something happened to Larry in the halftime show. I guess we're ready for the third quarter. Let's go. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. On the return, here's a speedy Jamison Crowder. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And now it's second down.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just dropped to a point and reacted to the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows him to make more plays on the football like the one we just saw there. Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. Cousins. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. Prescott now on second down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on third. On third down, it's Prescott. Complete to Jason Witten. And he'll be marked down deep in Washington territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 65 yards. And again, it's Prescott. That's complete right around the 8. 1 yard is the gain there. It'll bring up second down.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think they were looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
the speed, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
They'll throw again. Prescott finding time. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Trent Murphy in there to drop him with his first sack of 2016. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
After the sack, 3rd and goal now from the 12. Prescott on 3rd and goal. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Matt Ioannidis, the rookie from Temple, in there to drop him. And that will go into the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
Here we go now.
First down. Here's Cousins. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down.
Now let's go.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. Right side caught by Jackson. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. One man in the backfield, that's Jones. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie Jalen Smith. And to the 43, so down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Following the interception, here's Prescott. Going right side, he has Witten. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up in the top shelf.
And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Here's Prescott. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. So out now come the Redskins. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
A play fake to Jones. Now Cousins. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
First down, Prescott. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
It's third down, 6 yards to go for the offense. On third down, it's Prescott. Drops it underneath to Elliott. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Fresh set of downs here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got some space here. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw two tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set. Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal. And they're going to speed things up here. Throwing, Prescott. This will be caught at about the 5. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Now from back at the 5. This is third and goal. Now the fifth-year man, this is Lance Dunbar. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down.
Let's just give credit where it belongs. The defensive front has out-leveraged the offensive guys trying to block them. We often say low man wins in tough situations. That's exactly what's happened here. 3 straight runs, and they haven't been able to get into the end zone.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. Now it's Crowder. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to roam now. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4. Now a second down throw for Cousins. And Reed with it over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down. He makes a wonderful play there off the corner, protecting his side of the field.
Oh, that reminds me of the great defenses of old, doesn't it? The Pittsburgh Steelers, Steel Curtain, they would not let you get on the field if you could only do one thing. You had to be a complete guy, and you had to be able to tackle.
Now, I know I've said this before, but you know I wasn't alive when the Steel Curtain was playing. I know them, but I just want to let you know I wasn't alive.
I'm going to keep peppering that in there, and one of these days you're going to think that you were.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. One receiver left, 3 to the right. On third down, Cousins. And this is going to be incomplete. Pierre Garçon, the intended receiver, and it's 4th down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And Hopkins' kick is no good. It's wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Come on, let's go!
A first down throw for Prescott. He hits Beasley right side. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. 2nd down, Prescott. And this one caught by Beasley. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Partner, nothing complicated here. This is just a pretty simple drag route.
You're exactly right, Brandon. Instead of throwing it downfield, they just throw it underneath and let the receiver do the work.
Here we go!
On 1st and 10, Prescott. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. 2nd down now after the incompletion.
Ohio! Ohio! Let's go! Flash round! Flash round!
Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. And this one complete to Witten over the middle. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. So an excellent throw and an excellent catch there.
Zone coverage, which means you just have to find the open areas in between defenders. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Come on, let's go!
1st down, Prescott. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable. Just
found a hole in that zone.
Let's go!
They'll throw again. Prescott. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They come out here in the eye. Now the former Redskin. Here's Alfred Morris. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They come out 5 wide. 3 of them to the right side.
Come on, let's go!
Prescott now on 2nd down. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dez Bryant, his first Touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Extra point try by Bailey. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Now a play fake here on first down. Surveying the field. He's going to air one out. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were... Try to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
And they're going to go soft on the corners.
Let's go.
A play fake to Jones. Now Cousins trying to lay one up deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there, and that brings up 4th down.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered. He was able to get a hand in and knock it away.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Following the interception, here's Prescott. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. The 20. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. 26 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be first down, Cowboys.
Let's go!
Prescott on first down. And on the left side, he's got Witten. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And quickly, they get to the line.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. They go play action here on first down. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Terrence Williams, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
First down, here's Cousins. He sets up the screen to Jones. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll make it a second down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Orlando Scandrick. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment. And to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes us around. They took care of business today.
Yeah, they pushed around, and now the final stages of this one. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down.
Here we go! Grand 38! Grand 38! Like 51! We ain't giving up nothing. Flex round! Flex round!
Well, Prescott here to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
On third down, it's Prescott. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4. Down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Not good at all. Punt him just 24 yards there. And the Redskins will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Now Cousins. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
He's going to let it fly and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. He had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
Play fake. Cousins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. One receiver left, 3 to the right. On third down, Cousins. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. One last shot now for Cousins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Dallas, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we sign off from Landover.